Hey everyone, welcome back to ECS Motion. My name is Alex, and for this video I'm doing another detailed bushfire update coming your way around Australia for the 24th of January 2024. Got a lot to get through. Once again, we've got a stack of bushfires and 4 emergency blazes now burning in WA. This morning there was nothing, but now we've got 4 whole emergency warnings. We'll get to them in a second. Let's just start things off in New South Wales. Before we get any further, if you are brand new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. We're going to start things off in New South Wales. We've got a lot of other small fires been started by lightning from the other days and also from other things. Well, they're all pretty much under control, but yeah, haven't seen much action there. The Grampains bushfire in Victoria is now under control. It's contained, however, it's still something you should keep an eye out. The parts of Grampains National Park in this area is now reopened. There could still be dangerous trees around the area that could be affected by fire, that could still be burning and might fall. But that risk has now decreased as firefighters have went in there and actually put out those hotspots. So it's much safer now. And the fire that we had burning in this area generally in the Boraka track is now also contained. So if you are walking in this area, it's okay, it's all safe now. Let's get stuck into WA if we can load this. So this morning there was nothing. There were a couple of fires in the area, but now I've got 4 emergency warnings, a couple of watch and acts as well. I'm not exactly sure. This could have been started by lightning. Haven't even looked at the radar or anything. Well, let's get stuck at this emergency warning right here near, I'd say, Southern Cross, Meriden, this general area. We have a very fast-moving bushfire slash grass fire, mainly bushes and stuff. Just started around this here along the road, now tracking very quickly. In fact, it started here, sorry. It's tracking very fast towards the north, but it could. The winds are likely to shift towards the south, so if you are living this red, leave immediately right now as this fire is extremely fast moving and you are in danger if you do live there. We also have this watch and act here, including parts of Woolocuddy, Mount Holland, and parts of the Parker Range. I'd say if you live in any of these areas, really, be very prepared to leave, or it's best to leave immediately right now, as the fire could change directions where it's burning. You never know what could happen. But yeah, another very big fire you should keep an eye out on. And taking a look at towards the south of Meriden, we do have another fire, another watch and act fire. There's a small sort of fastish moving grass slash bushfire in this general area right here. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't actually looked at what size they are. There's just so many burning, and I've only just come back from the beach. But yeah, we have very fast moving fire. If you live in Bruce Brock, you're not really affected right now. You're not expected to be. There is a lot of roads around the area. So the fire is just going to burn this area. It possibly will burn towards these roads here. If you do live in any of these areas, best to leave now, as the winds are going to shift later on this afternoon into the evening and into the midnight hours. The winds are likely to shift as ex-tropical cyclone Cian will move into the WA area, and winds will shift to the east. So if you do live in this area, best to leave towards the south, towards these towns, or towards the north. There are a lot of fires burning in the area. But if you do live in the main town of Bruce Rock, just be informed, just be cautious in the area. Do not drive towards the east. Let's go further south towards parts of, I totally forgot the names. I haven't actually looked at anything. So southwest of Meriden, quite far. In fact, it's near Wagon or something like that, Arthur River. We have another extremely fast-moving bush slash grass fire. It began along the road, now it's burning extremely fast towards the south, southeast or so. In this area, if you live in any of these areas right here, leave immediately right now, as the fire's going to creep up to these areas possibly further on tonight into tomorrow morning, very likely. So we could see this fire either track further towards the east or towards the south. If you live in any of this red and orange, leave immediately right now. If you live near the Arthur River city or town in this area here, leave immediately, do right now. But if you live in any of these areas here, it's too late to leave, guys. The fire has already I'm not 100% sure, but the fire has already possibly burnt through this area, so it's best to take shelter right now if you live in parts of Warrup or these areas. The road is closed, pretty sure, but it could be open as the fire is not really affecting the road. But if you live in any of these areas here, be extremely up to date, be informed. And if you live in any of these areas, it's actually best to leave. This is exactly what the Grampains fire did, burnt to the north and then rapidly burnt to the southeast. And then we have a lot of other advice, bushfires in this area that could also turn to big blazes tomorrow. I will keep an eye out on in the next future update. Going down towards Mount Barker, north of Albany, we do have another emergency warning. Extremely fast-moving bushfire burning rapidly to the north towards the Mount Barker area. It began along the road. It could have been started by somebody lighting it, which will be extremely sad. Hopefully nobody did, though. But it is a possibility somebody could have started it. It could have been caused by a car. It's most likely caused by ciggies. People throw them out their windows and then they catch the grass on fire and then it just burns off. We had so many incidents like that, and it's extremely common, so that's what people do. So if you live in any of this red here, leave immediately right now. In fact, even if you live in any of these areas, I'm not sure why this is not updated. This fire is very fast moving towards the north. It is going to shift towards the east later today. It's sort of burning towards this sort of area right here. I'm outlining the recorder. And if you live in any of these areas, it's best to leave right now as the safest option. However, tomorrow the conditions will ease. And if you live in any of these areas right here, it's best to either leave now or be very prepared to leave. Because the winds will change and the fire could burn towards this direction, so be extremely cautious. If you live in Mount Barker, however, you don't really need to do much. Just stay informed, be on high alert about Narrackup, be very prepared to leave, and same thing with this sort of area. Be very prepared to leave as this fire could rapidly rage even towards the northern, very northern outskirts of Albany. So another thing to look out for. And then let's look at this other fire. This is the last one we're going to take a look at the Fitzroy River National Park. We have another very fast-moving bushfire. It's not really that big. It's quite small. Let's start things off. It was caused by something I'm really not sure what it was caused by. Most likely lightning strike. We have another very fast-moving bushfire burning towards the east. So it's only about 100 or so hectares. It's not really that big, but it's very fast-moving as well. Towards the east, northeast sort of direction. If you are on the beaches here or any of these national park areas, or you're walking there, it's best to track into a westerly direction and go to the beach, like right along the coast. Walk right along the coast towards the west. Is my biggest recommendation to avoid this fire, as it is burning in this general area. It's going to burn towards this area, and if you are on this part of here, if you are like right in the edges, it could be too late to leave. But if you do have a chance, if you're very careful and fast, you could just quickly escape the fire and run to a westerly direction along the coast. And if you live in any of these areas now, you can take the road towards the east, towards Bremer Bay. If you do live in the Bremer Bay, be extremely cautioned and be prepared to leave, in fact, as we could see some parts of Fitzroy River National Park also get affected from this fire. We'll see what happens tomorrow in the next future update, as things could change. Some fires could become just like the Grampains, make a blaze, and some could be put out in like a few hours. But let's hope they get put out, which is my best thing I could say. Hopefully they will. Anyway, that's all I have this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and like the video, of course. And I'll see you all in the next future update video. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.